Hey folks, welcome back to another video. So last weekend, although I suppose this will be more like last weekend by the time this video is posted, we had the European International Championships. And for those of you who are unaware, the International Championships are a bit of a big draw compared to, say, a regional. They only happen 3 times a year. There's one in Europe, one in North America, and one in Latin America. So the competition tends to be pretty fierce, and you see a lot of top tier players at these championships. So they're very fun to watch, and it's a cool opportunity to kind of see where the meta is currently sitting. So if we take a look through our top place finishers, we can see we had Cloth finish in number 1, which if you want a video on this deck, I just posted that, so check out the channel. And then there is also, let's search through here for our favorite fiery boy. We got a Dragapult Charizard taking number 9, Oscar Madsen, who we've showcased his list on this channel as well. So feel free to peruse for that, taking number 9. And then go down a bit farther, just a little bit farther, and we've got our straight Charizard Pidgeot that we know and love, taken 25th, which I know it's not first, it's not top 8, but for an international championship, 25th place is pretty ding dang good. So we're going to be taking a look at this list here today by Gauthier Vesseron, and we'll kind of see what they piloted and how it can behoove you to maybe pilot it as well. If we go a bit farther down, we've got this list by Arnie, and if we take a look here, I think they ran Grand Tree as their A spec, so interesting stuff there. And then a bit farther down, but still a very respectable finish, 69th place, Patrick is running the unfair stamp version of Charizard, still keeping that dream alive. Now, something that we kind of notice looking at these lists is that people have abandoned TM Evo. There was that panic when Bidoof was first coming out where it was like, oh, we have to run Evo or we're just going to get item locked out of the rest of the game. But you can see in these lists, we're kind of favoring the Heat Tackle Charmander as our answer to Bidoof. And then if they want to slow roll us, we'll just kind of, we'll be alongside them. We'll just keep taking those Bidoof knocks, and we'll just get our setup going through Charmeleon. Some lists are running a Pidgeotto, which the one that we're looking at today is. And here you can see the 25th finished list by Gauthier. No TM Evos like we were just talking about. We got 1 copy of the Heat Tackle Charmander, 2 copies of the 70 HP Charmander to protect from Dragapults. And then for the A spec, they are running Precious Trolley, which is just such a great way to get that consistent early game setup, get the squad going, load up the bench, and then we're just kind of chilling from there. Like I said, if they are slow rolling us, we got 2 copies of Charmeleon that we can just find with Jacq and just kind of move through the stages 1 turn at a time. Same thing with Pidgeotto into Pidgeot. But we are still looking for those 4 rare candies to get to our stage 2s as soon as possible if we have that option available to us. And then just like before, we've got our 2V, we got our Rotom, and then we've also got our Lumineon to kind of help us get that consistent early game going, especially the Rotom, get them down, get that instant charge for those extra 3 cards. Got the Forest Seal Stone to find out whatever we're missing. We got Lost Vacuum, and then interesting in this list is a little bit of tech with the Temple of Sinnoh to kind of work against that Lugia matchup, getting rid of their special effects. Also very good into Cloth, which we saw take the championship, so a little bit of tech there. I think this card could be switched out based on what you're expecting to see. A lot of, let's say, Raging Bolt, you could maybe do like a Pokemon League headquarters that also works into Cloth, or you could go back to like the collapsed stadium so that you could get some of these liabilities off of your own bench. But that's enough yapping. Let's head into the gameplay, and you can kind of see that our good old boy Zard here is still alive and kicking and taking 25th in an international championship. Very respectable. Hats off to Gauthier. Great run. It was fun and exciting championship to watch. But my name's Jared. I'll be your gameplay nurse today, so let's get into it. While we're waiting to get set up here, I just wanted to take a second and brag a little bit. Played in a cup yesterday and got myself a championship Pikachu mat. Got first place in the old cuppy. I was running the Archaludon 60 that I posted about a couple days ago. I'll try to add a card somewhere around here or in the description below so that you can check out that deck list as well. And we are on the move. I'm hoping that by the time this video gets posted, we'll be at 1,000 subscribers. If not, help us get over that line. We are getting so close. Thank you all for being here. As always, love talking to you in the comments. So if there's anything you have a question about, anything that you want clarified from this video, just leave it down in the comments below and I will respond as soon as I can. Appreciate y'all as always. Let's hop in. So our opponent decided to go first, and because of all the cloth action lately, I benched both a Pidgey and a Rotom. Didn't want the Pidgey to get donked because I didn't know what we were getting into. But it looks like we got ourselves a classic mirror match here. So I want to go ahead and Arven first. We do have a Nest Ball in our hand, but I think I want just a bit more boys than that. So let's go ahead and grab the trolley and we'll just get the squad on board, yeah? Looks good from here. So we'll trolley up. Let's see, what do they got? What are they showing? Charmander. So we don't really need, I mean, it's not going to really matter either way. Let's just grab both of these. Higher health, and we'll see if we don't need to get rid of a stadium. And kind of want another Pidgey for backup, just in case they're able to Rare Candy get the rip going next turn. We'll go ahead and do that there. And let's just seal here. Think we're looking pretty good. Save that energy. I don't want to attach retreat, I guess, just yet. We'll see what we need to do next turn. I don't mind them knocking that Pidgey at all, because that puts us into counter catcher and it gets our Zard swinging a little harder. So I think for now, we'll just instant charge. I don't see them going. I mean, if they can go from this setup to Rare Candy Zard Boss Rotom, and also pop a Duskull so that they're swinging enough to kill the knock out the Rotom, you know, then they just deserve to take away my Forest Seal Stone at that point. So we'll just be okay with it. Okay, get an Iono going. So Rotom, Forest Seal are safe. We're doing okay. See what we get. Ooh, Rare Candy Pidgeot. Not gonna be mad about all that. Okay, we're looking pretty spicy right now. Had a good hand before too, of course, but I'll take this for sure. So kind of plan, we could... What are we doing? They're choosing to retreat. Interesting, into the Dusknoir. And then bench a Clefairy. I wonder if that was a bit of a... Oop, nope. Okay, so now the Clefairy's coming. I wonder why they wanted the... I wonder why they wanted that energy in the discard. That's interesting. Take a prize. They kept the prize trade even, which is very smart in a Mirror Zard match. If you let your opponent get ahead of you in the prize trade, then counter catcher opens up. Like I mentioned earlier, we're swinging hard with Zard. It can kind of be a bit of a problem. That being said, we might end up putting ourselves in that position here. Hard to say just right now. We'll see what the heart of the cards gives us. Because we could... Let's see, we Pidgeot Forest Seal for our Zard setup. But then... And then we could Ultra Ball for a Dusclops, knock the Cleffa, knock the Charmander that they put up, and then their board's looking a little sad. So let's just get that going, I think. I like that. Grab you, make sure we didn't prize all our rare candies somehow. Nope, they're good. And we have energy. Good. Good. Oh, and Defiance Band, of course, too. We could Arven for the rare candy and save Forest Seal, but for what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. We could. I think I want a boss. just knock out both their Charmanders. So let's Star Alchemy here. Make sure we have the boss in hand. Oh, okay, Noodle. Sorry about that. My cat's bumping. Oop, no, not that. Okay. Adjusting my cat. Okay, are we good with this? I cannot Ultra Ball for Lumineon boss and get a Dusclops going. Or Dust. Yeah, I don't have all of that, so ignore me there. Was wishful thinking, overcooking, as you might say. Let's just Rare Candy Zard. Yes, I would. We're just going to grab 2, because that's all we need right now. Grab those on there. Okay. Now we could Iono, or we Arven. Could Arven for another Rare Candy, get the Duskull going. Blow up Charmander, and I mean, it doesn't feel super necessary. I wish we had a Hyper Blower. Okay. I think Arven's the right play here. Let's just grab that. And that. I'm thinking. Let me cook, sorry. Hard to think and talk. Okay. And we can Ultra Ball. We're not gonna need Iono because we're about to be way behind in prize cards. Or way ahead in prize cards, and we're not gonna need Counter Catcher for the same reason. Whoopsie, whoopsie. So let's just grab... Kinda wanna just save the Rare Candy, honestly. I don't think I need it. So... grab this. Do this. Let's pop the Cleffa. Okay. Nice. I'm probably going to want another Duskull play before the end of the game, so... Oh, did I have to? I think I had 2 deck, so maybe I'll just save that one in the discard for the Thorton. And same with the Charmander, actually. I just want the Dusclops. Okay. Happy with this. Just slap this on here in case we get Iono'd again. Might as well have it. I don't want it in the deck anymore. We're not going to need it this game. And nice. Okay, so they got 2 energy in the discard. They got just 1 Charmander. No way to set up a Pidgey this turn. So we're feeling pretty good in this part, even though we are... Ideally, we wouldn't be this far behind in prizes, or this far ahead. I mean, it's you kind of have to at some point. But I think kind of... I could see the Cleffa being a bit of an overstretch. I'm not going to call it a misplay. I don't think it was. But knocking out the Cleffa didn't really give me like a huge tactical advantage. It stops their draw if they whiff this hand again. So I could have been a bit more patient with that. I have a bit of an aggro problem, I will admit. But I don't think it's going to end up biting me this game. I don't think I'll be punished for it. Interesting that they threw the Defiance Band away. I think That would have been really nice to have, actually. So they're going to swing for 270. So they would have swung for 300 with the Defiance Band. Their Jamming Tower, that doesn't do anything. We've already used our Forest Seal. Our Defiance Band's not active anyways. So I think at this point I Thorton, Duskull, quick search a Dusknoir, and then pop their Zard. That would put me down to 1 prize, them down to 3, so I don't have to worry about getting Briared. And I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, so let us do that. Let's Thornton. This is why we left Duskull in the discard. Get rid of Rotom. And then let's just... We could Ultra Ball, but I would rather save these. We'll just quick search for the Dusknoir. This is also why I did not grab that Dusknoir before. And I'm just looking, just taking a peeky peek, see what else we got. I do like the Temple of Sinnoh that, oh gosh, let me look up his name. I don't want to not credit him. Hang on. Gothier Vesseron. Probably murdered that. Do like the inclusion of the Temple of Sinnoh. I think that's an interesting tech. Let's just Rare Candy here. First Blast active. You get a prize, you get a prize, we all get a prize. And just hit a dark. Okay, now with their 3 cards, no Pidgeot, they need to figure out how to get set back up. Excuse me, set back up. If they are able to knock our Zard this turn, then we just Nest Ball for Radiant Zard. And then we may need... Ooh, okay. Prime Catcher, interesting. A little bit of a stall tactic there, I believe, but... Or are they just gonna... They're just gonna knock it out now? No, they can't, because that would just win me the game. Okay. So that's fine. Good game. We'll just retreat here. Okay, so won the coin flip. And with this deck list, if you win the coin flip and you're going into a blind match, I have no idea what my opponent's playing, I'm gonna want to go first. That will just give us kind of the best chance to get set up and swing in early. So typically in the blind, that's what you want to do. But if you are... Oh, we're starting the fish. Feels bad. If you are going into a matchup where you know taking second is going to hurt your opponent, you can take second. That's kind of your thought process when it comes to which one do you want to pick for this one. So we start the fish, but we are rewarded with a Precious Trolley to make up for it. I think we'll do exactly those Mons right there. 2 Charmander, 1 Duskull, 1 Pidgey, 1 Rotom V. Squads here. Let's just get on the fish, and we'll just put up a sacrificial Charmander instead. And I don't want to Ultra Ball anything here. Let us just instant charge. So you can see the Precious Trolley. Very nice for that quick setup. Ooh, it feels good. Squads here. Didn't have to worry about Buddy Buddy. We had gone second, we could have Arvened for it. Like, it's, you know, it's not as like damaging to our opponent, of course, as that unfair stamp used to be. But with the amount of draw power and just like you got Goldangos, you got Curlias, you got Dracloaks with Recon Directive, like the amount of draw power in the game right now is crazy town. It is so much. So that unfair stamp, it just doesn't hit like it used to, you know? So that's kind of why getting that trolley instead, something that helps us, feels pretty good versus trying to hinder our opponent when it's really not doing much, you know? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So we're going to get itchy here, but we have Jacq. So we'll just take that extra turn. We'll get Pidgeotto and Charmeleon going, and then we'll just chill. We'll instant charge again. No big deal. We're not rushing. We're not stressing. There are Artisans in play. I'm just going to leave it in play for now. It might help us later. Temple Sinnoh's not going to really block them at all. So I'm not stressing about any of that. Let's just Jacq up. Get these two friends. I could get a Dusclops instead and blow up the Badoo. And then, but that would put Counter Catcher online, and I don't want Counter Catcher. No, it wouldn't, because we'd both be 5 and 5. Ooh, do I want to do that? If we get Iono'd, although they only have 3 cards. No, I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll save it. Maybe I won't. Kind of like it. I'm kind of feeling it. I don't know why. My gut's telling me this is good. I cannot offer any more than that. But I think this is fine. Because I don't want to swing into the do later. I don't need Dusknoir to hit the 310 with Guardy because I'm swinging for weakness into Guardy, so I'll just KO Guardy no matter what. And now we can Artisan. Let's get another one going. That's fine. So, yeah, I'm having a hard time finding the downside there. I think that was the right play. The downside is if we get Iono'd here. That's going to feel kind of bad. So hopefully they ain't got it like that. Now, of course, having the Heat Tackle Charmander up would have been really good. And y'all have the ability to go backwards in time a lot better than I do right now. So you tell me if I could have grabbed that off the Precious Trolley. Although in my defense, the only Pokemon they had up in the active was Radiant Greninja, which is why it's so important to not bench more than you need, because then you're not giving away extra information that will inform your opponents into better, smarter decisions. So, them only having the Radgren up in the active, I could have guessed, you know, it could be Archaladon, it could be or it could be Gardevoir, it could be Raging Bolt, could be a lot of different decks, right? And there's that Iono that I didn't want. But that's okay because we got the Arven. So it could have been a lot of different things. So expecting the Badoo was not like something that I could accurately predict. So that's why I didn't grab the Heat Tackle by. Because it could have just as easily been not Dragapult, I guess, but something. Are they about done doing Gardevoir things? You got 2 energy in the discard? Alright, you got one from hand to retreat your Greninja? Or what? No? What are we doing, friend? There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's enough to tackle out Charmander. That's pretty good. That does put us into counter catcher range. And that Gardevoir is kind of looking like a snack. Mmm. Could be pretty good. Especially if we could also take out that Curly at the same time. That would be crazy town. Okay, Nest Ball. So we Arven for Stone and Counter Catcher. We Stone for Pidgeot. We Pidgeot for Charizard. We Rare Candy Charizard. Counter Catcher. Flip the script as well, dude. Alright, let's see what we get off this first. Then we'll make a more informed decision. Oh, we got the stone. Didn't super need the stone. Not just yet, anyways. Okay. So we stone for Pidgeot. Pidgeot for Zard. Candy Zard. Arven for Counter Catcher. Need it? Yeah, I think we do. And we'd pop Guardy. Is there a way to get Duskull too? We could. What if we got Jacq? Sorry, I need more time to think. I need to think. We could Jacq for Charizard and Pidgeot. And then Pidgeot for... That does the same thing, I think. Pidgeot for Counter Catcher. And then we still don't have a way to... We still don't have a way to get a Dusknoir. No, we're too far away from the Dusknoir. That's not happening. That's dreaming. That's dreaming. We don't even have Jacq. Okay, we're dreaming too big. We're getting too crazy with it. That's okay. We still have everything that we need. Okay, now we quick search for Zard. We do have a counter catcher, right? Before I Arven. Yep, got two. Okay. Rare Candy the Zard. Go ahead and Infernal Rain, of course. Yes, I would. I like that click feature. That's actually quite nice. Okay, and then we retreat. Mozard. Let's just slap this Mamma Jamma here too, before we forget. Arven for Counter Catcher. And then we'll pop the Guardy. Could pop the Fez instead. They've got 7 cards in hand. They have a Kirlia, so getting another Gardevoir setup's not crazy. Fez would give them 3 more cards. They've got nothing in the discard. Am I leaning more towards Fez here? Then we can boss the Guardy later. Guardy's not going to do anything. I think this is right. I think this is the right play. Oh, okay. So, hey, there's that Heatman. Okay, so I didn't even have the option to get that guy, so shouldn't be beating myself up for that one. Good, 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 good. But now, it's easier for them to get 2 more and a monkey. Okay, they don't have the monkey, so they ain't got it like that. So Charizard's safe this turn. I'm gonna need a Thorton. I need to get Fish out of here. Hey, there he is. Okay. And we got a Charmander there. Got 1 more in the discard. Although instead of Thorton, I may just quick search boss and then take out the Guardy. They can't Turo. So Zard's just going to have 30 HP. We're just going to have to do it to him like that, unfortunately. Which they could do a monkey next turn. Which would be real rough. Meleon. So I could Thorton, Lumineon, Meleon, and then next turn I would have... I don't want to do that though. I think I'd rather just take out Guardy here. Let's Sinnoh so that they have a harder time getting Monkey. Then I think we just boss. I think that's the right play now. Boss. I don't have a way. I don't have a way to pop. I don't have a way to get a Dusclops. Because if I pop Dusclops without a boss, we don't get Counter Catcher, and there's no way they're going to promote Guardy. So I wish I had it like that, but the Iono just did us too hard. Otherwise, yeah, nah, it's just not there. Okay. And they're gonna take Zard. As long as they... Oh, but we got the Rad, so that's nice. Okay, okay. We're doing good. We could because we could have just Arven for Ultra Ball, Dusclops, Dusknoir. Ooh, Dusclops was in the discard, so that could have been tough. Anyway, good game.